All right. Let's get into the star of the 2022 playoff season for us here. And that's Isaiah Hodgins. Obviously we signed him off the practice squad of the Buffalo Bills. The Buffalo Bills. Comes here to play for Dable, his ex-offensive coordinator. Barely ever used, basically, in Buffalo. And comes to us and basically out of nowhere kind of shocks the world, so to speak, and becomes our top receiver for a few weeks, basically. I think it's safe to say.
Second half of the year almost.
Not that saying chasing that roster we had. That's what I'm saying. He had 8 games, 5 starts, 33 catches, and 351 yards and 4 touchdowns. That's not too shabby, guys. That's half a season, basically, 8 games for 700 yards. And only 5 of those he started. So, that's a good year. And especially for a guy that was coming off a practice squad, a 6th-round pick, there wasn't a lot of expectations, this guy. You and I weren't like, oh my God, we picked up Isaiah Hodgins. Wide receiver issue solved. Yeah. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
Yes.
It was not that kind of move. It was kind of like on the waiver wire. Okay, we picked up some kid from Buffalo. Another Buffalo Bill. Here we go.
Yeah. Big shot there. It's not a Raven? What?
That was basically the reaction.
Yeah. Not KC?
Yeah.
Rats.
So we talked about we talked about it last offseason. We talked about who we think is going to be the most disappointing player in 2022. Sorry, 2023. And we said Isaiah Hodgins. And I hate to say, because Hodgins is a pretty good story, but we were right. 17 games, 9 starts, 21 receptions, 230 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Not very good. What he is, though, and part of why he has an important role in this team is, if you look at the heights of the receivers that we got, Neighbors 6 foot even, Wandale 5'8", Slayton 6'1", Hyatt 6 foot even. Hodgins is 6'4", guys. He's
a big guy.
Basically the only taller receiver that we had on the roster. And again, 21 catches, 3 touchdowns. I know 3 touchdowns is not a lot. I'm not suggesting we send him to the Pro Bowl here. But that's a good percentage. It's a good percentage to have 21 catches and 3 touchdowns. Let's put that in perspective to a top flight receiver. And let's say we go ahead and times that by 5. That put him at 105 catches. That's a top flight receiver. That would also put him at 15 touchdowns. Just trying to put it in perspective for you guys here, what he did within the sample size you saw.
Which would be
that's pretty
1,150 yards.
Well, I'm not even worried about the yard.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to show the touchdown part of it there because it's impressive to have that many touchdowns with that little bit of receptions. And what he is he's a taller receiver. He gets in that jump ball mentality there, so to speak. He's good at getting short separation because if you try to press him, he's big enough to push off there. Where he's got longer arms to that point where he can create that separation. So
great for the end zone.
We don't have that really. We thought we have it in Darren Waller, but then he got hurt again, and now who knows who he's going to play next year. Isaiah Hodgins fills that role, and he fills it well considering the load there. I expect that's probably the same we'll see of him. I think his numbers are probably very similar, just a couple 100 yards, a couple touchdowns, like that kind of thing, barring kind of injuries, obviously, to the position.
Thanks for listening to Two Giant Goofballs, a New York Giants podcast. We appreciate your support.
Thanks so much.